So now that the first challenge is complete, let's talk about what went well and maybe what we should change up with the get home bag. Got a good one here for you, so stick around. Welcome back to Touring and Trails. I'm your host Jim. So we just finished our first overnight challenge using the get home bag and the tarp shelter. Had a lot of fun with it, some learnings out of it, and really overall it went well. The shelter worked good, no issues with it other than you've still got some open sides. So even last night we had an unexpected rainstorm, a lot of wind. Good thing is the tarp stayed in place, but yeah, you're going to get a little wet when you got open sides. The other things that we went over, so I realized I have lots of food, which is okay because you don't want to go hungry. But I really ate off of the beef jerky, the snacks, the granola bars, and I didn't even cook the big meal. So I still got this for another time to use. That's fine. Water, I had brought the extra bottle of water, so we used that, used up the water that was in the container. You really can't have enough water. But we also have the the filtration system. I've got some purification tablets, so, and there's plenty of sources of water, so I was never really concerned about dehydration. So as far as flashlights, in really good shape there. Lighters, we had plenty of lighters. The other thing that went really well was the trash liners. So filling that up with the leaves made it bearable to sleep on the ground. Granted, I'm covered with bug bites, so that still happened, but really that's my own fault because I also had the Deep Woods wipes with me that I did not use. It just so happens that we're still almost 80 degrees in Texas over New Year's, so I think it's supposed to get down 22 tonight, so that's going to be a drastic change. Redundancy, so a fixed blade knife in the bag, also one on my hip. I don't know if I need both. Multi-tool, I actually carry one on my hip, but I also had one in the bag, so it's probably some extra weight that I didn't need. I was really glad to have an extra change of clothes, because after walking all day you're getting kind of nasty. Definitely want to change your socks, things like that, but it was nice to have a fresh shirt to put on. Hand warmers, obviously didn't need those, didn't even make a fire because it just wasn't, it was too warm. So we'll still use the fire starter all in another video. The little towel wipes was nice, wiping sweat and using it for personal hygiene. Nesting cup was great, although I didn't even need to use it this time because I didn't boil water, but this is such a handy little cup, so I would recommend anybody to have that. So things I really didn't use, the zip ties, zip ties are great. I don't know if I really need to carry 100 of them with me, so something to think about. These little gloves, I don't know if they should even be in the pack, to be honest with you, because if I had a situation I need to worry about hygiene, I do have nitrile gloves, so I don't know if I need these little gloves. And probably the biggest thing that the pan here, there, gone. The only thing that was doing was tearing up my pack. If I've got other containers to boil water, I don't need that, so that's gone. I had the paracord, but I also had extra rope. I don't think that's a bad idea. I'm a fan of rope. Really, everything else, I didn't even use my Mylar blanket because once again I was just warm, so no need for that. But it is getting into winter season. It is going to get cold. Like I said, it's going to be 20 something degrees tonight, so Will the Mylar blanket keep me warm? Probably not. So the one thing I don't have is a real blanket. So I'm going to be looking at, maybe adding some kind of a blanket to this. I've got the nice hoodie here and the hat, but I don't know. We're going to need to do an overnighter when it's 20 degrees and see what we need for that. So the shelter, the main complaint I have about this is the size. That's a good portion of the bag. So got some other ideas, and let's go ahead and take a look at the other shelters that we're going to try out over the next few weeks. All right, so I've got 4 different types of shelters, temporary shelters, that we're going to try out. One we already have, obviously, the tarp. And if you're wanting to see these other 3 in use, make sure you keep following us and hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Encourage us to keep doing this. Encourage me to get more bug bites. It's great. I love it. It's fun to get back with nature. So, but first, look at the size difference. So, yeah, it works pretty good, but big and bulky. Probably the next one we're going to try will likely be this emergency shelter. Looks like aluminum foil. Ideal for hikers or runners in remote areas where a protective emergency shelter might instantly be required. Says this shelter is a massive 8 feet by 5 feet and comes with 20 feet of cord. So, should be interesting. Less than 10 bucks on eBay. But the nice thing about this is the size. This is tiny. Yeah, I could have 20 of these compared to this. So if it works at all, it's going to be great. So we might be using this one next. I've been trying to get one of these for weeks now. It is called a backpacker's tarp. So it's 5 feet by 7. Same size as this, but look how small it is. It's supposed to be waterproof. It's very lightweight, especially compared to this. Yeah, that's twice as heavy. Can't wait to try it. So this will be similar to how we used our shelter last night. So we're going to give it a shot and see how it works. I'm really hoping this is going to be something great. I also have a hammock. So this hammock, I have to look and see if this came from eBay or Walmart. But it's got the netting for the mosquitoes so you don't get eaten up all night. It's already got all the cords and ropes and everything attached. So the only drawback on this is size, so it's not quite as big, but it's getting there. But I also think this is going to give you probably the most protection from the elements. It'll get you off the ground, so it's going to be more comfortable. So I'm looking forward to this because I think it's going to be a great night's sleep. And another thing we might do is use the tarp shelter again, but use it more of a folded over version rather than just a lean-to. I think that would have helped last night with the rain coming in. It would have really helped keep me a little more dry. So anyhow, we're going to give all this stuff a shot and over the next few weeks and see how it works. Try to give you all some good content and hopefully you learn something from it. So the knots, learning how to tie knots, things like that. Dave Canterbury, he's got some good books out there and a lot of stuff on the internet to look up. Very, very knowledgeable with bushcraft skills. And also Corporal's Corner is a good one to watch. A lot of these types of things, he's been doing this for years so that people like me can learn from him and get out and try it myself, and that way we can all be a little more prepared. So I'm no expert here, but I'm here to show you that if I can do this, you can do it. All it takes is getting out and doing it. Get a little uncomfortable maybe, but you're going to find out getting out and doing this stuff is a lot of fun, and you're going to learn some new skills. So we're going to cut it right there. Thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you down the road.